All right, so let's talk about how to crush your week, what you do before. Now, there's a concept in a book that I read that was phenomenal. It talked about planning, right? It's called Organize Tomorrow Today, right? So you organize tomorrow today, right? So what does that mean? So for Sunday night, I typically go through and I organize my entire week. And then Monday, I organize for Tuesday, and Tuesday, I organize for Wednesday. So there's a couple tools I want to talk about and kind of the preface so you understand how it works. So on Sunday night, I use an app called Todoist. There's an iPhone app. It's actually even there's an iPhone app. There's actually, it's actually on a Chrome plugin you can use too, but it's called Todoist. In Todoist, I have my weekly most important things that's going to move the ball forward. So this week, I got an entire list of things that I must do, that I must move forward and accomplish this week. So the question is, on Friday, if I accomplish all these things this week, is it going to be a great week? And if the answer is yes, then great. So I'll put all the different items. I mean, I got so many different things. We're raising capital for a deal right now. I've got a whole bunch of them. We're writing some other different departments and conference calls. We've got the Monday morning meeting this week. So I got like, my schedule is packed. So I write everything that I want to accomplish for the week. But before I do that, then I'm going to move into my calendar and I'm going to start blocking time on my calendar. So the first thing I do before I start putting all my work stuff on my calendar is I put my family stuff on my calendar, right? Because family obviously comes before work, and that's obviously important. So I put all the big things that I have to do with my family this week, whether it be, my daughter got her braces off, 2 weeks ago, so I had to schedule that where I had to do that in the afternoon and take her and get her braces off and teach her how to drive. So I'm teaching her how to drive. So I'm going to start taking her out and doing that with her, with Ava. I got to pick her up tonight from the airport. She's flying in from back from California. She was at a Palm event this past weekend. So I put everything that's important, which is the most important things, obviously, is your family on there. And I schedule that on my calendar so it's blocked. Now, once that's blocked, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting all the stuff that is that as I want to do for the week. I want to accomplish it, and I actually block time for it for the week, that things I need to do. Like Tuesday morning, I'm going to get a contract on a property out in Scottsdale that was literally a follow-up on a deal that we thought we lost. And I'll share that one on Tuesday, tomorrow, as I'm going to the appointment, and how we rekindled the fire on that deal. It's pretty amazing. Anyways, it's a huge monster deal that we're going to be probably either fixing, flipping, or we'll put it out there. Anyway, so the bottom line is that you write everything down in the Todoist app that you want to accomplish for the week, your weekly tasks that you want to accomplish for the week, number one. Number two is, after you do that, then you fill in your calendar with all your family stuff first. And then after you do that, then you fill in the calendar with everything you want to accomplish for the week that's in your Todoist app for that week. Now I take it from that app, from Todoist, and then I'll move it, and I use Fantastical 2. And Fantastical 2 app is an app inside, I think it's in Google Play or whatever. I have an iPhone, so it's an iPhone. So I use the Todoist app and and I use the Fantastical 2 app. And the Fantastical 2 app allows me to schedule blocks every 15 minutes. So I have it set up where I schedule block time every 15 minutes, right? So my entire day starts at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to end, right, for work at 6 o'clock. Now, all my family stuff goes on the calendar first, and then I block everything else around it. So I'll wake up 5 o'clock. I'll do my morning ritual to about 6 o'clock. to 6:30 actually. And then I usually make my daughter breakfast around 6:30. I get her off to school. I get back to the house. Actually, from there, I go directly to the gym. And then from the gym, I'll go back to the house. I will take a shower, and then I'm off to the office. And then I get to the office. And then once I get to the office, every 15 minutes scheduled. So the question becomes, what if I have a task that is more than 15 minutes long? Then you basically block a half an hour. You block an hour for that particular time. So the key point about this entire scheduling process is to not have any idle time on your schedule, to not have any block of time on your schedule where there is nothing for you to do. No idle time, no dead space, no space in your calendar where there's nothing you're going to accomplish. So every section, whatever the time you want to work. Now, what if you're working a job and you're working 9 to 5? Well, guess what? You have a lunch, right? Well, guess what? Eat your lunch in 5-10 minutes, and then now you have an entire hour. Now you get 50 minutes to actually do something, right? And schedule what you want to accomplish within that time frame within your lunch. Well, guess what? If you get to work at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, what can you do before that? Well, from 5 to 8 in the morning, that's 3 hours you can get stuff done. Well, put in your schedule everything you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to pull a list for direct mail. Maybe you want to set up your mailing. Maybe you want to set up your RVM and you want to get that all set up and have it ready to go so you can start dropping messages for the week. So the bottom line is you have time. People always use that excuse that they don't have time. Now remember, you speak your future. So if you don't think you have time, guess what? You're not going to have time. Unless you say, listen, I do have the time and I want to make the time and I want to make the priority to make that go out and happen. So I use Fantastical too, and I'll schedule my day out from 5 o'clock in the morning all the way to 6 o'clock at night, and I'm going to put all my family stuff first. And after I put my family stuff, I'm going to load in everything that I want to accomplish, and my objective is to accomplish as much as humanly possible throughout that day. And I'm packing my schedule without 1 ounce of dead time, 1 ounce of time that is that's free time on the schedule, right? And I try to do everything, where I'm just back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I'll go from a meeting to a video to this to that to underwriting this to creating a list to sitting down with this person. Do whatever. It's just like interview after this, boom. And it's just like constantly keeps your day moving quickly. And you can do this if you are working a job. Now, if you're working a job, guess what? You might have to go above and beyond, right? Now, I typically get home between 6 and 6:30. I'll either get dinner, make dinner, whatever the case may be. I love cooking. Cooking's it's another passion of mine. I love cooking. So I'll usually cook some dinner, whatever, hang out with the family, do whatever we're going to do. How my daughter, she's got, she's either doing homework. I can't even help her right now, and her homework, her stuff is so difficult. It's like she's doing stuff that's way over my head, right? I can do percentages. But anyway, so try to, hang out, do whatever we're going to do with the family. And then I typically go to bed between like anywhere from 10:30, 11 o'clock, sometimes 11:30, and then back up at 5 o'clock in the morning. See, there's a perception that you need 8 hours of sleep. Well, I'm going to tell you that's an accurate perception. Again, you speak your future. If you think you need 8 hours, guess what? You're going to need 8 hours, and you don't need 8 hours. I can tell you that right now. So that's how you can get the most time out of your week. And what you can do to get a ton of stuff done out of the day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day.